Hi everyone. So, last week I didn't get really a lot of reading done because mainly I'm preparing my kids for like school. They're going to be starting school this week. So, last week I was, buying some school clothes, doing different things like that, doing the typical mommy thing. And so I didn't really get a lot done. So I decided I was mainly reading some of my books that I ended up picking up for paperbacks. Because I'll read a book, on Kindle, and if I really enjoy it, I'll pick it up, I'll pick up the physical copy of it. So I was going through my physical copies, and I am about halfway through rereading JT Geissinger's I'll have to put it right here. I can't remember the name of it, but I have it out there, but I didn't bring it in here. So I'm like halfway through this book. I'm gonna have to probably repurchase my physical copy because the book did not get bound really well. So some of the pages, like my first page came out. I was like, oh no. So I taped it in there. But as I'm progressing going through the book, I notice other pages that are kind of like half glued and half not. Oh, not happy with that. Not happy with it. But whoever bound this book needs to get a kick in the ass, honestly. This is Friday, 5 o'clock work. They're really sleeping on the job for this one. So, I'm like halfway through that. And so I saw that the author had put out a new book called Pen Pal. And this one here, people have been saying stuff. And I'm like, okay, what's going on with this story that has people either loving it or hating it? You go on Goodreads, you're going to see people who either love this book or hate it, and they're giving it 1 star. Oh boy. So I stayed up till 5 o'clock last night finishing off this book so I can review this today. Oh man, what can I say about this book so I'm not spoiling it? Because holy crap. Oh mama. So I gave this one 4 stars. This is there is a romance in here. But this is mainly a erotic paranormal thriller. I'm telling you right now, it does not have a traditional HEA at the end, happily ever after. It does not have a traditional HEA, so be warned. This does not have a traditional happily ever after. But at the end of the book, I felt a sense of completion. It did end in a way to where I was like, okay, I can accept that. Now, Jen from the Book Refuge did like a whole vlog on this book. And I was first going to read her, watch her vlog. But then I was like, you know what? No. Let me back up. Let me wait on it. Let me wait. Let me read this book, gather my thoughts, and then I will go into her vlog and see what she thought, because she liked this book too. So I'd say we're in the camp of like, we like this one, even though it does have a non-traditional happily ever after. But we liked this one where there's how many people that have come out so far that have not liked this book. Yeah. So, what are the cliff notes that I can give to you that is not going to be spoilery? So we have the character of Kayla, and she's mourning. She's dealing with the death of her husband. She lives in this old house, and it starts like making weird noises, things like, get moved around, and she's not knowing what's going on. She's starting to feel like she's losing her mind. So she keeps seeing like two individuals, and she's not knowing what to think about it. She's just like, what's going on here? So she has this maid. The maid comes in about every Monday to help clean. And she goes and she gets this handyman. The first handyman is kind of like a hippy-dippy kind of guy, really chill. So she goes and she tries to hire this roofer. He comes in and he looks at her place. And you definitely can tell that even though they get off on the wrong foot, they're instantly attracted to each other. They have an instant attraction to each other, and it turns sexual for them. But also, besides her hooking up with this guy here, Aiden, she's also dealing with some stuff that she can't fully explain. She can't explain it away. She doesn't know what it is. And her maid's pretty much saying, like, you're dealing with paranormal activity in the house. Have you noticed this? Have you noticed that? And she's like, yeah. So I can't delve into any more of this book. I just can't, because you're going to be spoiled. But this was a really interesting book. And like I said, I stayed up till like 5 o'clock in the morning to finish this book, because I was like, I need to finish this book. I need to finish this book. I need to see what happens at the end. I need to see this. So the author's note, if you can, you read the author's note at the end, because I'm like, yeah, I see what movie where she got this from. Because I've watched these movies. This was interesting. It was a very interesting book. It was I will say it was an addictive read. I was flipping through the pages. I wanted to be like, everyone leave me alone. I'm trying to get through this book. That's how it was. It was that compelling to read. It almost was almost unputdownable. I really was at the point where I almost could not put this book down. I had to obviously put the book down because life and all that stuff, but oh man, this book, I wanted to read this book within a day. It was just that good. It was that good. Her and Aiden have a bit of a role-playing type of relationship. He calls her his little bunny, and she calls him a lion. So they definitely have some kinky stuff going on in the bedroom, for sure. Super spicy. Super spicy. But I definitely would say that this is going to be a book that either you're going to really enjoy or you're gonna effing hate. You know, there's the two ways around it. You're either gonna like this book or you're gonna completely hate this book. Oh man, this was an interesting read though. This was so interesting to read. I want to get a physical copy of it so I can start putting my markers in there. Also, this reason why it's called Pen Pal is because this man, she receives this envelope, this letter from this man named Dante that is writing to her from a penitentiary. And she's like, I don't know who this person is. They keep writing to me. They say they know me. But she's like, I don't know who this person is. So you have that aspect to it. You have the paranormal stuff going on in here. You've got this thriller because she feels like she's being watched. You've got a bit of this love story of these characters coming together and, you know, to me, I almost felt like it was a bit of like insta-lust or insta-love, but when you read the ending, you understand why. That's all I could say on this. But I will see the triggers. There is death in here. There is domestic violence. There's mental illness in here. There's miscarriage. So all of those things are factors in this book. Not huge things, but, you know, there are those factors. That's all I can explain to this for this book. That's all I can explain for this book because it would give too much away. So, yeah, that's it for this video here. This week, I'm going to start, because today's Monday. I'm going to post this Wednesday. This week, I'm going to start reading stuff that I've grabbed from my TBR. It's about 4 or 5 books that I've grabbed from my TBR pile that I need to get to. And either I'm going to like the books or I'm DNFing them. But I'm going to do another edition of my TBR clean out. So if you want to watch that next week, stay tuned. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video because I can't get into any more on that one book. I just can't. So that's it for this video here. Have yourselves a good day. Take care of yourselves. Be kind to each other. And I will see you all on the next video. All right. Bye.